This is the final hour of the Tuesday edition of Today here on eNCA DSTV Channel 403. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Moyane. Now, the ANC and its alliance partners in the Western Cape are calling for decisive action to be taken to resolve the crippling taxi stay away. Thousands of commuters in Cape Town have been left stranded with the city at a virtual standstill. Our reporter Kevin Brandt tracking that story for us today and is joining us now from the mother city. Good afternoon, Kevin. Thanks for your time. Welcome to Today. It's now day 6 of this taxi strike in the province. What are commuters saying about how this is affecting them?
A very good afternoon, Dan. Indeed, day 6 for the ongoing taxi strike here in the Western Cape, in Cape Town in particular, where commuters have been left stranded. We've seen since last Thursday, many of them were forced to seek alternative modes of transport very late at night, having to walk very long distances to get to their homes safely. Another issue is also for them to be able to come to work in the first place. We've also heard from the authorities here, from the Western Cape Education Department, as to how the taxi strike has affected schooling here in the province, in Cape Town, saying that at least 450,000 learners were unable to attend class yesterday. We've also heard from the health department saying that the strike has had a severe impact on the operations at healthcare facilities here in Cape Town, and authorities now calling for some form of resolution to be reached between the parties. There's yet no word as to what the way forward will be. Come tomorrow, what can commuters expect? I believe that the talks between the authorities here in Cape Town, in the Western Cape Provincial Government, as well as the taxi leaders, are still ongoing. But commuters frustrated, fearful, obviously because of the violent scenes that we've seen playing out. Many of them fear for their lives when they do make use of other means of transport. Just listen to what they told me earlier, Dan.
Traveling is a nightmare. Cape Town is burning. We've been sleeping at work. I came to work yesterday morning with the first and the last bus from Mitchell's Plain. I arrived in town. When I came here, they said Mitchell's Plain is closed down. I slept at work. I need to go home today because my kids is alone at home. So I'm going home, and then I still need to come back. Lucky at work, they do provide for us food and shelter to sleep. But this is not on.
Sleep at work is how can I say, this traveling is very awkward for us, and it's like a tough time for us for all this traveling and this stuff. My worries is just about my kids at home and my family at home, so we're not safe here on the road.
And as I speak here, I was supposed to be at work by yesterday, but I didn't pitch. Yeah, I just called my bosses. Even today, yeah, the situation is still the same. Still the same, but there's no such riot today. Yesterday it was worse.
Kevin, earlier today we saw the ANC and its alliance partners in the Western Cape making a statement, making their views known about this ongoing strike. What did they say?
Dan, the word coming from the African National Congress here in the Western Cape is demanding that there also be a resolve, that parties agree to some form of resolution, but basically blaming the city of Cape Town and the law enforcement here within the city, saying that it acts too harshly on the taxi drivers and the taxi operators. On a question from me on where does it leave the safety of the commuters, they obviously feel that there should be some form of law enforcement acted when these taxi operators transgress, but saying that the city and basically the province and the law enforcement here within the metro can be directly blamed for the ongoing strike action, saying that they should have intervened as well. On the other hand, saying that Santaku should have spoken out much earlier and not wait so long for the violent scenes to unfold, saying that they too are responsible for the violent acts that we've seen play out, as those acts directly relate to the ongoing taxi strike. Just listen to what Vuyiso Kialisiso, he is the ANC provincial chairperson here in the Western Cape, told me, Dan.
the issue at hand is not a safety and security matter. It is a transport matter in which law enforcement agencies were dragged in with their heavy-handed arm. The issue is a bylaw that the city is implementing, claiming to be drawn from the National Act. Our view is the taxi industry and the city of Cape Town must sit down, and the city must listen to the concerns of the taxi industry, particularly in respect to what rules apply when you want to impound the vehicles of the taxi industry. Because as it is now, it is applied willy-nilly, and it leaves our communities, commuters themselves, in much stranded situation, which a matter could have been handled amicably between the taxi industry and the city.